What is good, people? Welcome to an episode of OshiPod. Today, we got another amazing VTuber guest, our favorite Lion Idol, one of the very few VTubers that has a ramen collaboration and has been entertaining the VTuber masses since 2021. So without any further ado, Hazumi Okazaki.
Hi. I'm actually a knight, not an idol.
They gotta fix your wiki, man.
They gotta fix your wiki. Yeah, run it back.
Someone is slandering you. But Hazumi, welcome. For the people that don't know who you are, could you just give a quick intro?
Yeah, I am Hazumi. I'm a lioness knight here to protect you forever. I've been a VTuber for over 3 years now in the space. And yeah, I like to sing and play Valorant and other games and Final Fantasy 14. And yeah.
Very good, very good. Variety. I love that. Oh my goodness.
So I know you've been around since 2021. I guess our first question is, how has VTuber, the world, changed from 2021 to now in 2024?
Insanely. I debuted in 2021, but I've been on Twitter, the VTuber Twitter, since 2020, when I was a pre-debut still. And it has changed so much. I talk about it a lot with other friends that have been around for a while, but I think the biggest thing is just, not only has it just grown in size, but it's crazy to see like just how many people are like VTubers now. Like I can't even keep track anymore. Before, like everyone knew each other. Everyone like knew when everyone was debuting. Everyone came to support. Everyone retweeted and all that stuff. But now, like I literally cannot keep track of everyone. So it's definitely gone from like a very close, tight-knit family to just like boom.
Yeah. 2020 was like, I could count all the partners on my fingertips.
Literally.
I've seen Haz like basically almost since the beginning, and she and I can both attest that like it used to be like so small, and then different pockets of communities started pouring into the sphere. And I think Hazumi, you came, I think, would it be accurate to say that you came from like the cosplaying community into the VTubing community?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say I'm probably one of the first actually that came through.
Okay. Pioneer.
Yeah. Pioneer.
Okay. Did you also do like regular streaming before VTubing?
Yeah, so I did some facecam streaming. I did it for about a year before I started VTubing, but I actually like, some people took their facecam streaming and took the same profile and then just became a VTuber. But for me, I literally like left it all behind and just started completely over from scratch.
Oh, so
Nice.
what made you decide to do that switch instead of the other thing?
Yeah, I think it was because when I first joined as a VTuber, anonymity, and is that the right word? It was very big. You know, people weren't like showing who they are, or, like saying their name or showing their face, or like doing like face reveals or selfie posting or things like that.
Yeah.
So that was something that I kind of just wanted to follow as well. Also because I'm not a huge fan of the cosplay community, and so I was like, I would rather just start all over, and have it be that way, you know, and kind of just like, I don't know. I just really wanted a fresh start, especially because it was during the pandemic. Like no one was really talking to anyone anymore. So I was like, you know, like I'm probably never going to see these people ever again anyways. So like, might as well just start over.
What was the issue you had with the cosplay?
I think it was just a very like, of course, like because you're cosplaying, like it's very like body, like people are going to like hone in on your appearance. And I felt very like, it definitely made me feel insecure as a person because, you know, at least like as a VTuber, like I can have my personality show more than like my face. But as a cosplayer, like the first thing that they see is your face. And a lot of people, like a lot of photographers, for example, like wouldn't work with people if they weren't like cute, skinny, petite Asian girls that look exactly like the anime character. Yeah. So it was a very like toxic kind of mindset from a lot of people. Yeah. And there was always creeps, you know. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. And so it was just very rough, and it was no longer like about the craft anymore, and like it was no longer about just having fun anymore and being with your friends. It was very like competitive, and it's kind of how I see the VTuber community turning out now from before, which kind
Mhm.
of sucks, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it a smooth transition from cosplaying into VTuber streaming?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the fact that it was the pandemic and I literally like didn't see anyone for years made it very smooth because I literally just fell off the face of the planet. Everyone's like, Hazumi, where'd you go? And I was like, I left. I left for better things.
Yeah, that's true.
So I would say it actually went really smooth. Like I was also like a 2 to 5 year Andy. So like it really like didn't matter for me. Like I wasn't leaving behind like a huge community or like a big following or anything. Like I think on Twitch I ended with like 500 followers. So I'm like, I'm not leaving much behind
Yeah.
for me to like care that much, you know?
Yeah, any of your like OG followers find you by any chance?
No, not really. I don't think so. I guess they don't like know VTubers, but also like I'd rather like keep it that way.
That's fair, yeah.
In a way. I know I've like posted like my face before, but I'm like, I still want to keep the two separate. So I'm always like, if you know me, no, you don't.
If you know type deal, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, I see. Wait, so did someone tell you about VTube, or did you like find VTubing yourself? Like what kind of inspired you to get into VTubing?
Yeah, I actually have a whole story for that. So my first mama, Gigi Kamaniki on Twitter, she started off as a VTuber very, very long ago. Like I actually saw her stream in February of 2020 and I like messaged her and I was like, yo, like how do you do that? Because she was using a 3D model and like streaming art with a 3D model. And I was like, that is crazy. Like that's so cool. Like can you explain to me like what this is? And she was like explaining to me what VTubers are and like how you can like have a OC and like kind of just stream as an anime character basically. And I was like, that is sick. And this was before like HoloLive EN was announced. This was like when like things were really, really first starting. And I kind of just like didn't think about it after that. And then I saw more people starting to talk about it more and saying like they were interested in like becoming a VTuber and things like that on like Instagram or like Facebook or something like that. And then I think Gigi messaged me around August of 2020. And it was perfect timing because it was around the time that I was actually going to quit streaming in general. Cause like, again, I was getting very like insecure. Like people would like come in, like make nice, not nice comments or anything like that. And like just comment on like my looks and not like the gameplay or like me talking and things like that. So I was like really, really getting ready to quit. And then Gigi messaged me and was like, hey, you know, with the pandemic, I'm not doing cons. So I was thinking of opening up VTuber like children commissions. Like, would you be interested? Because I remember you talking about it. And I was like, damn, the timing could not be more perfect. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. So that's kind of how it started. So yeah, she started my model in August of 2020 or 2020. And then it was finished in October of 2020, which is when I started to, when I started to post on Twitter. Yeah.
And your first model was like the idol one with like the red eyes, right?
Yeah. So that was the idol one.
That was a long time ago. Oh my
It was
goodness.
a very, very long time ago now. Yeah. Crazy.
Was the inspiration behind your idol model kind of like a reference to HoloLive and kind of like their idol culture in VTubing as well? Or was it something else?
Yes and no. So like I mentioned, like HoloLive, like I wasn't too familiar with HoloLive actually when I first started. When I had my model worked on, it was I believe before EN2, so it was very much like back of mind. Like I didn't really know about HoloLive at all, HoloLive, Nijisanji, anything. But I actually was inspired by idols from when I was a kid, so like AKB48 and like that kind of sphere and like K-pop idols and J-pop idols. So that was what inspired me originally. And the reason why I actually went with an idol model instead first was because I thought, you know, like, oh, if I'm going to be a singer, like I have to be an idol VTuber. Like it was like the principle. But that was because like I was so new and the VTubing was so new in the Western scene that like you didn't know if you could be both or like a different thing and singing and all that stuff. So I didn't really have direction. So that was kind of where I went. And that's why that was the inspiration for the first model.
So like going back to, I mean, we're jumping ahead to like your current model right now. I saw a TikTok video of just explaining you, just like the different components of your outfit and also breaking down the price. You stated you spent 7.5K. Can you?
Yes.
Can you break that down so like people understand?
Yeah, so the art itself was about 1600 USD because I did pay a Japanese artist, so they had it in yen. So thankfully it was a little cheaper for me, but the rigging is where things got more expensive. But this is actually like a very, very complicated rig. For example, like my crown, as you can see, has an animation, an idle animation that moves a lot. I have V bridgers, so when I speak, it's very accurate to my own, speaking and my mouth movements. Everything else is rigged very nicely. I have a bunch of different toggles, a bunch of different animations. I have a sword animation, a waving animation. My cape can go in different places, so I can wear it fully, wear it a half cape, and then take it all off. And what else? I have different hairstyles. So in the end, like everything is very, worth it. And like when the rigging person like gave me the breakdown of the price and like what everything costs, it like made sense to me. And yes, like it is very expensive, but I never would have done it if I have not been VTubing for as long as I have been, because I know that I can dedicate the time and make back the money eventually. And also if I didn't have the money, so I got a better job and my rent wasn't super high, so I was like, okay, well I can afford to splurge a little bit. And because this was just a brand new design, I really wanted to go ham.
Right.
Yeah, and now we have like probably one of like, I'd say it's like top 10 for me in terms of like seeing models. It's really nice.
Yeah, your
Not
model
to
is
mention
amazing.
all the art you get from it. Bussing, bro. Okay, like
thank you.
I don't know if you've seen her like business card. Wait, give me a moment. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Pull that up.
I have this shit in a card sleeve because it's how
see
nice of it. Look at this. It's shiny.
Dude, that's
It's a
straight up
fucking
like a Yu-Gi-Oh
5-star
card.
It's so nice. It's really nice. When
Wow.
she sent this to him, I'm just like, oh my.
It's a
days.
fake grand order
It's
card
such a
actually.
nice art.
Dude. And you just hand those out at cons for free?
Yeah. I think Gucci got the first one ever because I brought it to TwitchCon and I happened to see him a week before going to TwitchCon. So I was like, here you go.
It was so nice. I just have it. I sleeved it. When I got back home, I just sleeved it.
And okay, we have to ask, can you show like different like toggles and expressions?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So I can literally just go through all of them. So I have a heart eyes expression. I have a dizzy eyes one. So this one actually also animates and moves with it. This one is like a star eyes. This one is like a scary yandere look. I'm just like going through all of them. I have a crying one. Yeah.
Yo, that's so fire.
This one, which is like, just like a blank stare. This one I made myself, which is like a smug look. So I can also like edit the expressions in VTube Studio. So I made this one myself. I have a waving animation.
Ooh.
God, the card is so nice.
Yeah. I have a sword.
Give me a minute, guys. I need that.
My boy Gucci
There you go.
kneeling.
I will knight you. I will knight you.
I think you chopped off his head.
Oh, oops.
Pay my respects where it's due, guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, so it's really cool because the rigger like just made that entire animation because all that was given to me from my artist was me like holding the sword, but the rigger made all that animation, which is also like a great reason why it was so expensive. And then I have my cape on fully, and then I have my cape off fully. I like the half cape a lot though. I can toggle the crown on and off. And then I also have a ton of different hairstyles. So I have long hair.
Oh, you have the emo one, right?
Yeah, I have the emo one too. I have a bob cut. I have short hair. I have my ponytail hairstyle.
Ooh.
Short hair ponytail. I have long hair ponytail. And then the emo hair, the long bangs, and I can do like this,
my God.
the scene look.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I feel like I'm
so
like
so it
I'm
came with a
building
lot.
a character right now, like Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah. Lots of character customization. So
That's
so
so
my
sick.
chat gets to kind of like, I have a lot of channel point redeems where they can like change my hair color or my hairstyle and toggle the cape on and off and toggle the crown on and off. So I tried to make it a very like interactive model.
I guess like the question that kind of pops up is like, if someone is new getting into VTubing and like they see something like this, like the top S tier type of VTuber model, like what kind of like advice would you give to them?
Something that I always say, and this is some like advice that I give in any of my like VTuber 101 panels, is that like do not be like me and splurge this hard on a model if it's your first model and if you've never streamed before. I have seen way too many people spend thousands of dollars on models and then realize that they actually don't like streaming. And so that honestly just goes to waste. So I highly recommend people to start off even like as like a PNG tuber or just have like a very, not basic model, but a very like, you know, decently priced model where they know that they're getting their bang for their buck. But if you've had experience with streaming before, then, you know, feel free to splurge. But I'm just saying for those that like have never tried streaming before and want to try streaming, I would recommend starting off smaller and then like going in for like a heftier price model.
Yeah, for sure. And like I think people need to remember that VTubing and having like a VTuber model is a luxury. I see a lot of people complain and or like really intimidated by like the prices of some of the like bigger VTuber models and stuff, yours included. But people don't realize that there are like cheaper alternatives, and there's also those like free to use models that people like the Jenny model, for example. That one, everyone has one at some point, right?
Yeah. I mean, I really think that because the VTubing community has grown so much, the amount of opportunities to just use a free VTuber model has grown immensely. Like when I started, like that was not a thing. Like I could not use a free to use model or like pay a $20 fee to use a model. Like that is an extremely good opportunity for people who want to try it out. Like, and like you said, a VTuber model, your own VTuber model or a very like expensive VTuber model is most definitely a luxury that I think that people should wait to splurge. Because again, like you might even get tired of VTubing after 1 year, but you know, this is my 3rd year. So I was like, okay, like I think I can finally like
yourself.
go in.
Strong.
Exactly.
So I guess my follow-up question there is like, what helped you survive this long? Because 3 years, that's a long time in the VTuber world.
Yeah, I know, right? I've outlived so many people, and sometimes it's kind of sad because even recently, a lot of my friends that I started out with are kind of like leaving me and graduating, and I'm always like, damn, am I gonna be the only one left? But I don't know. I think I do really enjoy like the idea of content creation in general, and like yes, it's a little bit of a burnout because it does take a lot to kind of grow now as a VTuber, and I just kind of like streaming to my community and just like doing what I like doing and like singing and making covers. So I think it's just that's kept me going. I think again, if it was like I didn't have a large community or I didn't have that many people like counting on me to like stream for them or sing for them, like I don't think I'd be doing this as much or as long as I have been. And I won't lie, sometimes it does get like kind of overwhelming, and sometimes I'm like, man, I could just quit right now. But I think my stubbornness keeps me going.
It's sometimes like a love and hate relationship.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm like, man, do I really want to do this? Like, how much of this mental toll is it worth? But in the end, it is enjoyable as well.
Some words you brought up was like burnout, and you just said mental toll. Like, what do you do personally to like make sure your mental health is in check? Do you go to like therapy? Do you have like intentional breaks?
Something I've always joked about is that my key to never being burnt out is to just be burnt out 24/7. But I've definitely started to like actually feel it. So I have been taking more breaks. I try to, you know, take more time for myself to kind of like recuperate. And sometimes I will try to stream less and focus on singing more. Other times I'll try to focus on singing more and stream less. So I try to give myself a better balance between things, and my community is very understanding. They know like when I have, you know, either family issues or personal issues going on, like everyone's been very kind to me. And I always had this fear in the back of my mind that like if I leave for a long time, people are not going to come back. But it's nice when, you know, people stick around and, you know, wait for you. But I definitely do think that in some time I'll probably take more breaks for myself and probably stream a little bit less to avoid really burning myself out.
You gotta escape the Twitter doom scroll.
Oh my god, I know.
that always gets to you.
Yeah.
Delete the app, honestly.
I know. Literally open up Twitter, like scroll a little bit, close it, and then open it again. I'm like, oh shit.
I did it again. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's such an addicting app, but like what am I addicted to exactly? I don't even know what the hell.
Literally. Why do I even care. God.
They have it down to a science.
Yeah.
For real.
It's all the team. I'm such a nosy bitch. I'm just like, oh shit, what's this? Like, oh.
I know. I don't even like. I don't get into the tea. I just like kind of like scroll. I'm like, oh yeah, this is juicy.
Yeah, you turn into like a mid-age Asian housewife.
Yeah,
like, I gotta know the tea.
literally. Yeah, I like become an auntie. I'm like, damn, this is juicy. This is some good tea, you know.
If you sat down with the 2021 version of yourself, what would be like one piece of advice you would give her?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like something that I regret to this day is, being part of one of the first waves of like Western indie VTubers. Like, I wish I knew just how big the VTuber space would have grown, because I would have told myself to, push myself more, or like put more content out there than I was, because I feel like I probably could have been, possibly bigger than I am today, and that's something that I kind of regret to this day. 'Cause I'm like, damn, like if I really knew, like I would have put myself out there more, and not in the sense of like doing like more streams, but interacting with more people. 'Cause something that I still struggle with is being very like shy and not wanting to talk to people or interact with others. Regardless of size or anything like that. And I think that's something that kind of like hurt me in the past, because people now like that I could have been friends with before, like there's no way that I can even talk to them now. So I'm like, damn, like we could have been homies anyways, and, been together before, like knew each other before, when we were all in a small, tight-knit community. So that's definitely something that I would probably tell myself, like put yourself out there more, try to be more extroverted. Like don't be afraid to talk to people, because people aren't as scary as you think. So yeah.
How do you develop genuine friendships in the VTuber world? Because like one thing I do see pop up a lot on the timeline is like people very jaded about people like backstabbing or like ghosting and whatnot. Like how do you personally deal with that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess this sounds kind of like bad, but I feel like I don't have as many friends as I do when I first started. Because it's true, like a lot of people that I started VTubing with, like I never forgot about them, but things like happen, or they leave, or they like backstab, or things like that. And so I think I'm possibly part of the people that feel a little jaded. I feel like now though, like being in the VTuber sphere for so long, you kind of are able to vibe check people better. So I think that has helped me a lot too, because the people that I'm friends with now are like genuine people. And like, I know that they would like not hurt people. And I think just people that, have a sense of maturity. It's easy for me to be friends with them. People that I know like are not chronically online is also easy to be friends with them. And because I know that they have like, understandings of, being an adult and stuff like that. So I don't know. Like, I definitely do think that I really like developing friendships naturally. Like, I don't like forcing friendships onto myself or forcing friendships onto people. So, if we talk here and there, we start to hang out more and friendships develop that way. Like, I really like it, like that genuineness, or, meeting people through other people is also a way that I've, made a lot of my friends nowadays. So, yeah, I think that's kind of like most of my friend groups now.
Yeah, you have like a filtering system of, like you said, like
Yeah.
vibe checking and whatnot. You have more like self-awareness
Yeah.
of like you know
Yes,
yourself.
exactly. I do think it helped being in the cosplay community too, which is why I've like never, gotten into like any deep drama or anything like that, or been a part of like bad, like really bad friend groups that get called out or anything, because I feel like being in that old community has also helped me vibe check people and kind of like tell myself like don't get too close to people too fast, because I think that can also hurt like everyone, not just like anyone of any size, honestly.
Yeah. And also like putting yourself out there, it is kind of hard sometimes, because you want to be like the best version of yourself, and oftentimes it's like you're trying to like be super nice to other people, but then there's people that just like take advantage of your niceness.
Yeah, there's just some vile people out there.
The moment they're done with you, they're gone.
Yeah, there's people that have been like that. There's people that like don't like me even though they don't even know me, and I'm like, damn, at least talk to me, kind of thing.
They hear some
but I
bullshit
think,
rumor and they're just like, oh, this is who you are now.
Yeah. I think that just comes with the territory of like the community again growing so much. Like people are gonna like say things about other people, and people are gonna have an opinion about other people because you don't know everyone, you know.
Yeah.
So like I said, like before when it was much more tight knit, like everyone knew everyone knew who people should actually genuinely stay away from for good reasons. And in the past, like there was no one like that either. Like, I remember when there was no drama at all in the VTuber community whatsoever.
Wow.
It's actually crazy. Yeah. Those were some
When
good
things
times.
were quiet and still. Oh, how I miss the
Yes.
days.
Oh yes, most definitely.
All right, I'm gonna pass it over to Gucci. He's probably very excited about this
Oh my goodness!
section.
I wanted to ask about this. Okay, for those basically, if you guys don't know, recently, Hazumi partnered with Vite Ramen,
Yes.
released the creamiest of cocks and ramen, dude. Oh,
I
my
like that.
goodness.
How you pronounce the full flavor is Coq
what's the full flavor?
Blanc, right?
Coq Blanc, yeah.
Mm.
It's like a play on words of coq au vin. I'm definitely not pronouncing it right because it's French, but it's an actual dish. Like it's a genuine dish. But Tim, who has like experience being an apprentice under like a French like Michelin star chef or something along those lines, had like made a very funny hee hee ha ha cock joke with it.
How did this like project even begin to like, like how did you start with like, oh, Tim, I want my own flavor? How did that happen?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember that conversation because it was like over a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago that we talked
wow.
about that
long?
originally.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's
been
like
a while.
commissioning
It's been
like a
while.
VTuber model.
Well, I mean, I hope that doesn't take that long. But
Knock on wood.
yeah. So we talked about it. I mentioned like, hey, like if you're ever looking to do collaboration, like I'd be really interested. And they were like really on board with it. And they were like, oh, well, what, flavor would you like? And I was like, well, I've always wanted something that was inspired by both my like European side, my Italian heritage, and also my Japanese heritage. So obviously we have the Japanese with like the ramen, or the Asian with the ramen. And I was like, what if we did like a pasta ramen? And me and Tim were just kind of like going back and forth, and he was like suggesting like the type of flavors. And so we came up with like a creamy Alfredo kind of, inspiration. So the flavor itself isn't 1-to-1 to an Alfredo, but it has that inspiration why it's like that white creamy sauce.
Yeah.
It is really cool because they kept me so involved with the project. They sent me back and forth like test trials, and I would try it out. I would, tell them, oh, this has like a little too much of this herb, or maybe we can add more of this flavor into it. And then we also kind of decided like what percentage of water should be left over and used in the ramen itself. So it was really, really cool to have them keep me like on this R&D team throughout the entire process. And when they created the cover for the art, they actually asked me like, what kind of, art pose am I looking for? And would I be okay with this artist? And really, really, again, kept me very involved. And they also thanked me because, the product itself wouldn't be as successful if I didn't also do my part and share it with everyone and encourage everyone to purchase it and, be there for the launch and share all the videos and the graphics. So Tim said that, I was also like a big part of the reason why it actually sold pretty well.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
So
and I'm
amazing.
so glad that people like it. I'm
It's
really,
really
really
good.
happy.
I
That was
really-
the thing
Gucci, explain the taste
I'm so
for
glad.
the viewers that haven't tasted it yet.
Yes.
Oh god,
I need a Yelp review.
I haven't even like I've only explained it in terms that are just like really sussy, I'm just like it's like the word foodgasm almost like when I eat this is like I call it not
Like
in my
Food
mouth
Wars?
experience. It's like
Yep.
Food Wars, like eat it, you're like, oh, you just start like your clothes come off and shit. It's really good, right? 'Cause I think I definitely like the the fusion between like Japanese and European. Definitely sometimes I just don't want soup in my ramen, so I go for the creamy cock. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Tim's idea to have it like not have a full kind of like soupiness to it, and it was such a good choice. And I do like that Vite Ramen gives a I think like 9 packs of the ramen, so people can kind of experiment with the water. Because for me, I actually like it with less water. But some people like it with more than the recommended. So it's really a good way to experiment and also like add different things. Like my family got a ton recently, and my mom put like spinach and chicken in it as well, and she was like, "This is so good." So yeah, they didn't question the name, so that was good. But they really liked it.
Yeah. I think I talked to you about I wanted to turn into like a carbonara as well, right? Because it
yes.
Wow.
I think that'd be really cool.
You're talking about like the water baths. What if I just like make the ramen, but then I just sprinkle the powder over the noodle? No sauce, just sprinkle it like Parmesan. Do you think I'll get canceled by Vite if I do that?
I think that'd be kind of gross, honestly. That would taste so bland.
That's kind of cursed, honestly.
I'm curious now. You guys have seen my cursed Vite post, bro. Like,
yes.
Yeah. But
well, make sure you have enough. Make sure you have more than just that one.
Yeah.
Before you make it cursed, because you're gonna regret it.
Oh, you're right. I don't even have it anymore. I need to buy more. But yeah,
it's bomb.
But what you've been telling us about your experience with Vite, all I'm hearing is just like green flags, because they put they rely on you, they care about what you think about the product, they're working closely with you. How many iterations did you have to go through for the flavors and stuff?
We actually went through not that much. I think only like 4.
Oh.
Tim was saying also that like because I was so involved and really good at giving feedback, this was probably like one of the quickest flavors like they've come up with before. So I was really happy about that, honestly. But yeah, like we really didn't go through much. Like the first one that they gave to me was already so good. I think the only problem I had with it was that it was a little too peppery. But like what they gave me was already like chef's kiss. So good. Yeah, but yeah, no, I love working with them. They also are the ones that produced my Lion Guard Hazumi plushie, which I love to death. Again, so good at like about everything. Like I have literally no complaints about the company.
Vite Ramen. We don't need to get into the drama, but the thing they did with the merch with the other VTubers, wow.
Yeah, actually, they're saving grace at the moment. So now that you have this experience working with like different companies and sponsorships, what kind of are like the green flag, red flag advices you give to other VTubers who are looking to reach out to potentially working with sponsors?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, a lot of people do focus on the cut or the money aspect. That's not something that I really, really focus on, since I do make money like from my full-time job and also streaming. So like that's something that I just actually don't focus on too much. So maybe that's something that people would focus on. I know that the typical, cut for people after profit is about 40 to 30% or 30 to 40%. So if you're looking for that, I would say that's probably like an ideal amount. Other than that, I would say communication, having a team that really communicates with you and really is transparent as well, is something that I always look for when working with a company. Being transparent about the product, being transparent about the dates and times that things are going to be released. Also not, ghosting you, and also, being on time, as they say. And if there is any delays, they will let you know before things go past and you have to ask.
Yeah.
I think that's like a big, big green flag. So honestly, like maybe when you work with a sponsor, and if it's something like my ramen product, where it's a very timeline of events to release this product, I would like ask them for kind of like a good timeline. And that's what Tim gave me too, like a timeline of when they plan to have it released, and also a timeline of marketing. So all of that was super, super helpful. So I think that is definitely something to look out for. And honestly, just the reviews from other people who have worked with them before. Like people have asked me my experience about Vite Ramen, because they've also been interested in releasing ramen flavors. And I just tell them honestly, like I love working with them. And any other like sponsorships or any other companies that I've worked with, I'll always give my honest opinion to other people, because I don't like gatekeeping things, and I like being transparent. So yeah.
Like a true knight.
Vite Ramen.
Yes,
true
yes,
knight.
like a true knight. I will be your white knight.
The Coq Blanc Knight.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's all connected.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna react to some cursed clips.
Oh boy, I saw the preview for this one.
No.
This is my favorite.
first clip. It's called "Hear Me Out."
Oh, okay.
Ugly bastard. I don't know what it is, but those dojins have really good, like, it's pretty good. Like, the art is always really good.
Richie, what is your reaction?
I
Ugly
mean,
bastard to the A tier.
if it's just the art, I mean, I guess I get it. You know, like, would you have put it lower if it was like worse art? Because I hear this argument with like NTR all the time, where it's like, oh, but the art is so good, but like, what about the category itself?
The thing is, like, with the ugly bastard, like, I don't know what it is, like the art and like the stuff that goes on, like, it's just so good in those specific categories. I don't understand. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, if it's, I don't know, like, it's extra spicy. The art is so good. Like, sure, like, I'd put a paper bag over his head, but like, I don't know, like, something about it.
It's the premise. It's the premise.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know what? We don't kink shame in this community.
Yeah. I respect it.
I respect it.
As long as you don't put in S tier, you're safe.
Yeah, I would have been really concerned if you did put it into S tier though.
Next video is called "My Pain Is Content."
So which one of you guys are gonna start making out in the corner of the sleepover?
That's the my tag. We're all taken here.
Yeah, we're all taken here. Yeah, guys, all of us.
Hey, it's all good, Haz. You know, it's all good.
I actually edited that clip myself, and while I was editing it, I was like, damn.
You're just hooked on copium editing that video.
yeah. I was like, all good. Telling myself all good like 20 times while editing.
It's all good, bro.
Okay, Hazumi, I'm coming in like not knowing you super well. Is this
Okay.
dating thing just like a gag, or like are you like genuinely like looking for a mate?
A mate?
A mitten.
It's like half gag, half not. I think like the way it's like really, really like taken off in the sense that everyone just assumes like I'm so desperately lonely. I think that part is the gag. Like, yeah, like of course I would love to have like a partner, but I'm like not like really, really like needing one. Like honestly, I love not being able to spend money on someone else. Like it's great.
Ooh.
Yeah, you chilling in just like with bundles of cock in the back, you good.
All the cock.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got boxes on boxes of cock, man.
Yeah. People want my cock too, so it works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's honestly like just I don't even know how it happened. It like really just became like a very deep running joke. And I think it also doesn't help that I also like contribute to it too. So yeah, but I'm not like really like horribly like foaming from the mouth like needing someone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Strong, independent white knight.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think that what's really funny is conventional kind of VTuber dynamic is you see all these like viewers when they ever find out that their like VTuber Oshi has like a partner, they're like, oh, my immersion, I have to unsubscribe. But then I think I saw a post from Hazumi. It's just like, would you guys be sad if I ever like got a partner? And everyone was just like, oh, thank fuck, you finally did it. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, they were just like,
everyone's
really
like, oh, we're gonna
Hazumi-
celebrate.
Yeah, Hazumi's thinking big picture. She's playing chess while we're all
Literally.
playing checkers.
Yeah, exactly. I'm creating and cultivating the perfect community where no one will ever be mad if I get married.
There it is, guys. This is the,
Yep.
this is the real advice. Take anything away from this podcast, it's this.
And remember, ugly bastards A tier. Remember that.
Yeah.
Not all about the looks.
Honestly, I think that's really noble of me to have ugly bastards so high. That means you ugly bitches can get a chance.
Rise up. All rise.
Ugly bastard rise.
And okay, so I bring that up because this next clip kind of leads into that. So it's called "Should I Do This with Other DMs I Have?"
This was the DM that I got. Okay.
Hey, I feel like you'd make an awful mom. But I also feel like I'd make a terrible father as well. So, you know, I think that's what it's like. We don't need more kids on this planet anyways. Are you saying?
What? Wait. What the fuck was that? Wait.
So Hazumi, my question is, what's the craziest DM you got? Whether it's like someone trying to like hit on you, or something like this.
Oh my god. I've honestly gotten some crazy. I made a post about it actually. I've gotten some crazy DMs. I think one of the craziest things was that I got an email of a dick pic, an email, which I think was very
Wait, just the attachment?
interesting.
Or was there like a
Yes. The subject was like, you make me feel good or something. And then it was that. I was like, oh. And the funniest part was that like I didn't open it up. I just saw like the tip. And I posted it on Twitter. I put him on blast. Obviously not the dick
I was
pic,
just
but
like, you posted a tip on Twitter?
No. But everyone was like, oh my god, is it that small? You can cover it with an emoji. But then later on, I actually finally like was going through my emails and I saw it again and I clicked on it. This dude's penis was huge. I was like, whoa, I'm sorry for ever making fun of you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, that's probably one of the weirdest ones I got. I'm like scrolling through Twitter right now because I made a post about weird DMs that I've gotten. Hold on, I can look through my message requests.
Who
too,
sends
I think.
dick pics on email? Like, dear Hazumi, I
That's
hope this
wild,
email
man.
finds you well.
It was weird.
He's
It
definitely
was
a boomer.
so probably. It was so weird. Oh, fuck, hold on. I'm trying to find it. Like some of them are so funny. Oh my god. Damn it. Hold on. Keep going. I'll keep looking for it.
Yeah, like to like these weird DMs, you just like laugh about it, or like, well, what's like a reaction?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever like really felt super uncomfortable by some of the DMs I've got because I'm always like, oh, these are probably like not like anything major or whatever. It's probably some weirdo.
Yeah,
But
So I kind of just laugh about
let's be
it.
clear,
I found the
do
tweet.
not send Hazumi dick pics.
don't send Hazumi.
Yes. Oh yeah.
We're
No,
very
please.
clear.
Okay, here. Sorry, that's not the right tweet. This is the actual tweet. And so there's like 4 different DMs I've gotten. They're really, really weird. That there is one, I think my favorite one, and it's in there, where someone said, "Find God." And then 2 minutes later they said, "Oh, what the fuck? You're a VTuber and cute? How can you not get railed? What's wrong?" Ha 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 ha.
What? They need God. What the fuck?
I know.
Yo, what are these? Holy shit! Wait, I wanna.
Dude, I don't even think we can show this on YouTube.
I think we're gonna get demono if we. I wanted to root it out, but I feel like we're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah. We're gonna say that for Patreon when we have one.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you ever need someone to dub your crazy DM readings, hit me up. I got.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
send
Okay,
I
bet.
got this, bro.
That's
like,
Gucci side hustle.
Your demo reel.
like
yeah.
it's like
That's
just
like
heavy breathing into it,
That's like some people like pay others to like send their OnlyFans DMs. So like, yeah, baby, I'm so blah 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 blah. Like it's someone else that's sending it.
Oh god. Oh my god. Bro,
Society is falling apart.
do they think like these DMs work? Like, what? How is one supposed
Yeah,
to
what's the
respond to these?
mindset going into this?
I don't know. So sometimes I kind of just want to reply to them too and see what happens.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't think this far. I don't know what to do."
yeah,
And then
right.
they block you afterwards.
Oh, women.
Coward.
There's that one funny meme. It's like, women, you're too close, pepper spray. Like that's literally what I feel like they would be like.
Oh my days.
All right, while we're having a good time, it is time for a whiplash because we're gonna be listening to Hazumi's new original,
Oh.
which is not about cocks or weird DMs. It's a very personal song.
Wait, is this Daybreak?
It is Daybreak.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna listen to the first minute, and then Hazumi will get into the analysis.
Yeah.
Daybreak, Hazumi's latest original.
Yeah.
Where can I listen to this song?
Well, the link will be down below. You can check out on Hazumi's YouTube channel. Her
Whoa!
snippets on TikTok. I'm sure she reposted it on Twitter. Check it out right now. It's almost at 3K views, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Run the
YouTube
numbers
won't
up.
tell you if I replay it a bunch
Yeah.
of times, right? Just making sure. Just making sure.
I'll be like one of those like BTS fans and have like one of those like machines just
Literally.
run out the plays.
I need that.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously this is a very personal song. What was like the inspiration?
Yeah. Oh my God, it feels like one of those genius lyric things right now. So actually, even going further back than that, this song was supposed to be a lot more different than it was now. And I talked about this on my stream after the premiere, but the song itself, I went to Diego about 2 years ago, actually, to do a song with him. Yes. And so the song itself was actually supposed to be a lot slower. The lyrics were semi-different, a little bit the same, but I never even completed those lyrics. And then a few years
sorry.
later,
You wrote the lyrics?
yes, I wrote the lyrics. Yeah.
A songwriter up in here.
Okay.
No, this is actually the first time I've ever wrote lyrics before. So I was very, very scared that it was going to come off very like cheesy and like, I don't know, not like nice or anything. But anyways, yes, I'll get into that too. But so I went back and revisited it and I was like, like I want to like finish this song, but I'm really not good at melody writing. So I went to Veo Rugg, who I'm sure you guys are familiar with, very talented. And I gave him the song and I was like, hey, like, do you think you could help me like write a melody for this? Cause like I want to try to write lyrics. I want to challenge myself to write lyrics, but a melody is like something that's totally different for me. And so he helped me with that. And then he was like, hey, can I actually like, add somebody in this song? And I was like, sure. I mean, it's fine with me, but it's up to Diego. And Diego was totally fine with it. But he actually requested that he redo some of the parts because he was like, Hazumi, this shit's like 2 years old. Like, I do not like how I sounded back then. So he changed some things up. So it sounds a lot more upbeat to follow like the drop that Veo does. So it's funny because you can like hear the parts that are Diego's like production and then the parts that are Veo's production. So I really like that about the song. And then, yeah, so like the lyrics I made up kind of like, again, it was kind of similar before, but this time I wanted to make it more with like experiences that I had, growing in like the VTuber space and becoming a VTuber for like a very long time. And so it was kind of like about like, having the passion inside of you, but like not like letting it out in a way and having, this dark space and dark mind, and like just like dark feelings that you have about yourself and kind of like you inspiring yourself to like pull you out of that dark place, which is why it's called Daybreak. And it's also why the music video goes from like night to daytime. For that reason. So yeah, that's kind of like the inspiration behind the lyrics. And I won't lie, I was kind of inebriated when I wrote some of the lyrics, but it was only because I needed that creative juice.
Okay, I see.
But the lyrics were still mine.
Yeah. And the final product, something that is very personal, but also I feel like
Yes.
the lyrics are very relatable to not only like me, I think like just any content creator, because this really does
Yeah.
encapsulate kind of the trials and tribulation of what content creators do go through and like burnout and stuff. And what matters at the end of the day is like you don't give up, you just keep pushing on.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm so glad you think so. That's really like the the message that I wanted people to get from the lyrics without me having to specifically say like, be better, like you got this kind of thing, like something not as cheesy. So I wanted that message to come across, through those lyrics. I'm really glad that it did. But yeah, it was something that I wanted, everyone to kind of listen to and be able to universally understand the lyrics too, because I feel like, I know you mentioned content creation, but I feel like with people in general, like even if you're not a content creator, I feel like the lyrics, I wanted to make something that resonates with everyone, being in a dark place and pulling yourself out of it and like having the support system of yourself and your friends to like pull you out of that mindset. So yeah,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I kind of want to dive in some of the lyrics.
sure. Oh my,
Rap
it
genius.
is like the genius
Yeah, yeah,
lyric
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
The part where you said work so hard to get to the place we stand today. Are
Mhm.
you? I guess, like you're busy all the time, right? Are you like very well involved with like juggling different things?
Most definitely.
Yeah. So is that where this lyric was coming from?
Yeah, so it was kind of mostly coming from like, like how do I explain it? You've had some dark times, you've gone through so many struggles and so many hurdles, but you are at a place in your life that you are much better than,
Mm,
long ago. So like for me, like, I've gone through a lot of struggles, I've gone through, a lot of hardships, but in the end, like I'm happy to be where I am today, learning from the experiences that I've gone through in the past and knowing what I know now. Like I've worked hard to get to this place.
mm.
Mhm.
And like you've been kind of public with some of the struggles that's been happening in real life. How do you, I
Mhm.
guess, like navigate through that?
I won't lie, a lot of things are hard,
Mm.
being I guess the oldest child in the family and also like kind of like, you know, being part of an Asian family and picking up after my family's messes. I think that's something that a lot of people have to go through too. So it's just kind of things that like in my mind, I'm like, I have to just step up and just, do it.
Mm.
Despite it being either difficult or rough, like I just have to get it done kind of. So yeah, that's been a lot of like the struggles that I've been going through lately and like trying to balance all of that with, my job and content creation and wanting to, try and stream full time and, you know, just kind of like balancing my real life struggles with like my content creation struggles.
You're such a strong person, man. It's not easy.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that you have made a song that kind of I guess once encapsulates what you've gone through in your life. And I think this, hopefully the more people listen to it, they kind of see this as an inspiration that
Yeah.
if
Mm.
anyone can get through those hard times and that they can make it
Yeah.
towards the end.
It's funny you say that because when I was mapping out the lyrics, like what I like to do when writing lyrics, and again, I'm very inexperienced with lyric writing, but what I like to do is kind of like map out the direction of what I want the song to go in. And so I literally said like the first thing is like inspiring or like inspiration. So it's funny that you mentioned that because that is the goal of the song, again, like the message to get across to people.
Yeah, and with that, I think you did an amazing job with your
Thank
goal and your
you.
song and the music video
Thank
too. Oh
you.
my god.
Thank you. Yeah, Clay did a great job on the music video.
And then the last lyric I kind of want to get into is like the final part where it says like fight until
Yeah.
this warmth caresses me. I'm finally happy. Can you
Yeah,
break that
like
down?
that. Yeah. So that kind of was, that lyric kind of changed a little bit over time. I forgot what it originally was, but it was, it basically had the same meaning, but that was kind of like, the end, the kind of, just the real like raw emotion that you feel like when you finally like, I don't know, when you're finally at that place of happiness. And I think like, that's something that, people kind of struggle with too, because things will go good and then things go really bad afterwards. So I feel like you're kind of always in this internal loop. But, the goal for that last lyric is kind of like just the epilogue of like your feelings and your emotions and just, like you've gone through all of this, you've gotten out of this dark place and you can finally like rest. Like you did good kind of thing. And like you're at this place in your life where you can finally like take a breath and you can feel like you've accomplished a lot and that you've accomplished a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And a question for me. So besides your own passion and determination, what kind of has been, or who or what has been your light and what has kept you pushing going
Oh,
forward?
I like that question.
Yeah, absolutely. My support system. Like I feel like the friends that I have like genuinely like have done so much for me. And like it's friends that are like they listen to you, you listen to them. It's like it's a give and take relationship. Like it's not like someone's just take and you give, or they give and you take.
not
Like I feel like it's a very
transactional.
like exactly. Like it just and not in a way that it's like you have to give this to me because I gave it to you, but it's just a very like natural friendship. And like that's like the support system that I have. Like I have amazing friends, and you know, like even without like a partner, like I've been able to like feel very happy like with myself. And like when I go through these hard times, like having these friends by my side has helped me like immensely, because without them, like I don't know what I would have done. And like, you know, I you know, get to live with like my best friend, and my best friend always helps me out too, because it's one thing to like have friends online and be able to talk to them online, but also having that interpersonal connection, you know, in person also like helps so much. Yeah. So I definitely think the support system I have has helped me through a lot of the struggles, and just, you know, my community as well, again, have been so understanding and try to support me as much as possible, whether it's emotionally or financially. Like I literally would not be able to do a lot of things without them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So
Very heartwarming.
let's wrap this up. Just for 2024, what are some big projects you're currently working on that you can share to the public?
Yeah, so I teased it a little bit, but I do have a 3D model that I have, and
Let's
I plan
go.
on I plan on debuting that in June. So for my birthday, after Offkai, I'm probably going to be debuting that. I do have some other songs that I really would like to write, and also a ton of covers again that are going to be coming out very soon. I'm going to start focusing more on short covers, and then saving big projects for covers that I really want to do. Yeah, so just a lot of stuff cooking. More merch as well. More Coq.
More Coq.
Let's
More
go.
Coq. Let's go.
Yeah,
Wait,
more
are
Coq.
you restocking it, or is there gonna be like a version 2?
Oh no, just restocking. Hopefully people just keep buying it. I really hope so.
Dude, when someone sends you a crazy DM, just send them a link to your Coq.
Hey.
Oh my
marketing
god.
strat.
Let's
Genius.
go.
Marketing strat.
Genius.
So like, you buy this and then we can talk.
Coq for Coq.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Coq for
Coq
Coq.
versus
Yeah,
Coq
yeah.
battle. It's a duel off.
Chicken fight.
Well, Gucci, do you have any last questions?
Haz,
Yes.
what is Coq to you?
Mm.
Can you spell it in a sentence? Well, if you're talking about the flavor, I think it's just an embodiment of Hazumi. Yes.
Haz is Coq. Coq
Yes.
is Haz.
Yes.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen. That
Cool.
was my question. Yep.
Beautiful. So everyone, check out Hazumi's socials. Make sure to stream her single Daybreak, which is on all streaming sites, Spotify, YouTube, on her Twitter. Go blast it when someone hands you over the aux cable. Let's get it. OshiPod, it's been a pleasure, Hazumi.
Let's go. Thank you. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much for having me. This is my first podcast ever. I'm so honored.
Let's go. All right. Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Bye-bye.